Erica, let me show you what's causing all the buzz in this neighborhood. Check out this silver plate which says, "Trees scheduled for removal." This tag is on this tree and many other trees behind me along this roadway. A city's plans to take immediate action. They're putting the brakes now on their plan. Branch out in the Oakmont neighborhood in Noblesville, and you'll see trees are at the root of its beauty. Jacob Bloss gave us permission to use this drone video. But nearly 200 trees were tagged for removal.
It's my understanding that Oakmont is a city street.
And that's not sitting well with some homeowners who reached out to Call 6.
We looked at over 55 homes, and the reason we bought our home was because of mature trees.
The HOA paid for pruning of all the street trees so that cars could drive underneath them, people could walk and jog underneath them without hitting their heads. So we've spent a lot of money investing into our neighborhood.
Call 6 went to City Hall and met with the street commissioner and city engineer. They say they received complaints from Oakmont homeowners back in November. Tree roots being blamed for making sidewalks uneven, a potential hazard for walkers and kids on bikes. These are city sidewalks. Any injuries could open the city to a lawsuit. And some trees are experiencing what's called frost crack, which potentially makes them weaker and susceptible to falling on a stormy day. Despite that, the city admits it did not do a good job of informing homeowners about its concerns or its plan.
Unfortunately, the city went about this probably not in the best way. We should have reached out to the HOA and to the residents initially and let them know what we were looking at. And we're now going to hire someone else to come in and review our findings and determine what they think, which trees need to come down.
I need hard concrete evidence. I need statistics. I need to know how many of these trees have come down in a storm, how many have come down on their own. We've had some pretty wicked weather here recently, and even in the past several years, and I haven't seen a single tree come down because of the wicked weather.
So here's the good news. Next week, homeowners will meet with city representatives. They'll talk about the trees. Of course, that removal will now be slowed down. They will not be knocking down trees as expected. Of course, they'll also want to talk about, Erica, this problem here, which is sidewalk safety. A big concern not only for the homeowners, but the city as well.
Raphael, thanks for that perspective. So is this the only neighborhood experiencing this?
We should point out, Erica, that any neighborhood in central Indiana may face the same situation if they're an older neighborhood with mature trees. And that's because when you call a city in, they must now employ the new federal regulations that did not exist 10, 20 years ago, which means that they have to make sure that sidewalks now meet the new Disability Act rules. And it also means that you could see fewer trees and less types of trees that you like. The varieties of trees have also changed. So a lot of new different rules for cities when they're called in to fix these types of situations.
All right, Rafael Sanchez live in Noblesville. Thank you, Raphael.